This table was created automatically using videos from my YouTube channel. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, because I'm about to show you 7 new NotebookLM use cases that nobody told you about, because most people are only using about 10% of what this tool can actually do. And these 7 use cases will make you realize you've been thinking way too small. For use case 1, raw documents don't help you make decisions. Structured data does. Now I'm inside of my own notebook, and for this one, I've basically uploaded a bunch of videos from the Automation King's YouTube channel. And most people don't know this, but there's a hidden data table feature that can take every uploaded source and it can auto-generate a comparison spreadsheet. So what you want to do is head over to the right hand side here where it says studio, and you want to click on data table. And what that's going to do is it's going to generate a table based off all my sources. Now these sources can be whatever you want them to be. In this example, I'm using videos, but this can be PDFs, it can be spreadsheets, it can be links to other websites, blog posts, whatever you want. Once the table is generated, you're going to get a spreadsheet that looks like this. And I've adjusted the columns, but you can see here that it's basically created the column names, the use cases, the tools that I'm using in the videos, the AI models that I'm using, data sources, the revenue potential, and the main functionality from the descriptions. And it's even got the citations from each of the individual videos. You can see here that it actually links the source. And this is important because you don't want the language model to hallucinate. And if you want to access the sheet, just click on the table that's been generated and you click on this button here to export to Sheets. Because remember, Google owns NotebookLM and it also owns Google Sheets. So everything is seamlessly integrated. For the second use case, sometimes you don't need a spreadsheet, you need to tell a story. So head back to Studio on the right hand side, and this time we're going to click on reports. And we have a few options here, different formats. So let's say I wanted to take the content from my own videos and generate a blog post for my own personal website, or this could be a client's website. You can now repurpose existing content and use it to generate blog posts. Now the easiest way is to click on the main square here, but you can actually edit it by clicking on the pencil icon. And this gives you a bit more control with the prompting. So if you wanted to be a bit more specific, you can actually take this out and put in your own prompts, which is something that I recommend, because when it comes to language models, if you're going to be specific, you give it context, you give it examples, guardrails, you're always going to get the better outputs. But for this example, because I'm recording a video, I'm just going to hit generate using the default prompt. And now it's going to spend a couple of minutes using the content that I fed into the notebook, and it's going to generate a blog post. Now you could be a bit more specific. I've got all the sources selected, but let's say you wanted to make a blog post about a specific video. Well, you can uncheck all of the sources and check the one that you want NotebookLM to generate the blog post for. This is extremely powerful, but more importantly, it's very flexible. After a couple of minutes, you're going to get a post that looks like this. And this is based off the 20 sources that I've uploaded into this notebook. What's great is the punchy headline. So you can see this is very optimized. Now, obviously the videos were recorded in 2025, so it's not really updated for 2026, but this is something you can edit pretty quickly. And yeah, it's a really logical structure. It's using proper terminology. And this is a great use case of how AI synthesizes the narrative instead of just summarizing text. This is a very production ready blog post, better than anything I can write. But more importantly, it's based off my own content, and you can make this as long or as short as you want. Just remember to prompt it. For use case 3, text is great for explanation, but terrible for visualization. And this is how you see how concepts actually connect. Head back to Studio, but this time select mind map. And now it's going to generate a mind map using all 20 sources. This is great for PDFs, external documents, content on external sites. After about 20 seconds, you're going to get something that looks like this. And this is enterprise grade level mind maps, as good as anything I've seen externally on paid for apps. And it's a great way to understand the channel. So I do a lot of automations using AI, and these are the types of videos that I upload on the channel. Also the category, so I'm doing lead generation, I'm doing business operations, technical support and setup, and then it even includes the tools and the tech stack, as well as the marketing applications that I'm using, how I manage clients, analysis and reviews. And this is great for external channels. Now obviously I know what I'm doing because this is my channel, but if I had other channels or competitor channels, or if I was doing research for clients or projects, then I can plug in any type of data that I want, and I can get NotebookLM to summarize it for me. And because it's visual, it's much easier to understand. Now compare and contrast this to, say, reading a 40-page PDF. It's much easier to understand a visualization through mind maps and remember what you saw versus reading it on a page. It's an instant memory retention hack, and this is perfect for client work. So think of academic research, technical documentation, legal cases, and strategic planning. The more sources that you upload, the richer the map will be. Use case 4 is building ultra detailed AI expert personas, because with these custom settings, you can control how the AI analyzes your sources, and that is the difference between generic summaries and specialist level outputs. So back on December the 4th, Google quietly increased the character limit from 500 up to 10,000. And that makes a big difference, because if you click on configure chat, you have an option to customize your AI persona. And here's where it makes all the difference. So my guidelines and recommendations for you inside of here is to be as detailed as possible. Remember, you got 10,000 characters. So use all of that. Give it examples, give it context, give it guardrails. If you follow this channel and you know me well, then you know that I spend a lot of time inside of prompting, because I'm a firm believer in if you put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. And as this blurb says, you can customize it to help you achieve different goals. So you can do research, you can help learn topics and subjects, you can show various perspectives, or converse in a particular style or tone. You have a blank canvas here, so please use it. And this is why most people fail here, because they'll write something like 300 characters when they've got 9,700 characters left. And specificity unlocks depth. With the fifth use case, we can generate client-ready presentations in minutes, because your analysis is useless if you can't communicate it to a client. And this next feature turns research into polished deliverables instantly. This time inside of Studio, I want you to select a slide deck, but I don't want you to click on this button here. I want you to click on this customized pen icon. And the reason for that is because we can be very specific in the prompting. Otherwise, NotebookLM will just go ahead and use the default prompts. And the prompt I'm going to give it is, give me a 10-slide presentation for a marketing executive focusing on competitor analysis, pricing strategy differences, and market positioning gaps. And for the option, I'm going to go for detailed deck. Hit generate, and within a couple of minutes, you're going to have a 10-slide deck, which would have normally taken me hours because I need to go modify it in Google Presentation. I need to add the branding and the color palettes and images, charts and graphs. But this has all been taken care of by NotebookLM. After a few minutes, you get something that looks like this. And this is pretty damn good. I mean, honestly, this would have taken me a long time, a few hours at least, to build something like this. I like the colors, I like the fonts. And again, I can change any of this. I can go back, I can prompt it. If there's a color palette or the client's branding that needs to be incorporated in this, I can do that. I can also add logos and make it really customized. But honestly, as a first draft, this is really good. I'm not sure what value there is in presentations in 2026, but if you ever have a requirement to produce one, then this is exponentially going to make it easier. It's automated and it frees up your time to do something else. And that's the way I see AI in 2026. It's not that I want to do less because AI agents and platforms like NotebookLM are going to do the work for me. The way I see it is, if I can do the tedious stuff and let AI take care of that up to a standard as good as everything you see on this video, it frees up my time to do other things. I can take on more projects, I can take on more client work, I can build more systems, more agents, and I can grow my own business and the YouTube channel. And that's where I see the value on a system like this. Use case 6 is building custom training simulators. Sending a PDF to your team doesn't mean they read it, and it definitely doesn't mean that they understand it. Head back to the studio, but this time select flashcards. And don't just select the default prompt. Click on the customized pen icon and prompt it. This time I want the level of difficulty to be set to hard. And the prompt I'm going to use is create scenario-based flashcards that present real situations requiring decision making between process A or B. Let's hit generate, and after about 60 seconds, you're going to get this. So instead of testing memorization, we're actually testing decision making. It's a lot more engaging, and you're forcing the user to go back to the sources, i.e. my YouTube channel, to find the answers to these questions. And what's great about flashcards is the explain button. So it actually goes back and tells you where the answer came from, citing your sources. There's literally no room for hallucination because it's based off your data. So for this example, it's come from video 8, and there's some more information you can read based on the explanation. And you can do the same thing for quizzes. So inside of the prompting, set it to hard and be very specific in the prompting. Remember, you're testing acquired knowledge, problem solving, not memorization. And the last thing I want to show you is you can share this with your team. So if you click on the share button here, you can actually share the email addresses, and you can give them access such as read, write, or even ownership. Use case 7 is the autonomous deep research agent. Because what if you don't have the documents yet? What if you're just starting from zero? Well, NotebookLM has even thought of that. So to show you the deep research, just open a blank notebook, and where it has the prompting where you've got fast research, you want to select deep research. Now, this isn't a search. This is not like using a search engine. This is an autonomous AI agent that's going to go out there and find the information based on your prompting. So this is more like Perplexity than it is like Google. And for the prompting, I'm going to ask it, give me the pros and cons of running an AI automation agency. Let's see what it comes back with. And this will take a couple of minutes. So unlike Google, where you do a search for something similar to this prompt, you'd have to click in all the links. You have to go into Reddit, forums, whatever sources Google brings back. Whereas with this deep research agent, it does all the reading for you. And you want to give it a really complex goal, because remember, the AI agent is doing all the heavy lifting. So push it as hard as it can go. The AI generates a multi-step research plan, goes out to the live web, scans hundreds of articles, filters out clickbait, reads technical reports, and synthesizes everything. And this changes everything, because before you had to bring the data to the AI. Now the AI brings the data to you. And not only does it validate the data, it presents it in an actionable form. And now you have your own knowledge base, which you can ask questions to in any industry, any topic, all done by an autonomous AI agent. And this feature alone is going to save you hours. You now understand the true potential of what NotebookLM can actually do. I used it for the first time about 5 months ago, and honestly, it's 10 times better today. And it's only going to get better. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, click on the next video on screen, smash the like button if you got value from this one, head over to notebooklm.google.com notebookLM.com. It's free to get signed up and start playing around with it. Have some fun with it and see what you can learn today. And before you go, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, because I'm somebody that records videos to help you use AI and make a ton of money. And before you go, say it with me, something magical is going to happen today. See you next time.